I'm Salad, Mint Salad, and I saw A View to a Kill. It is directed by John Glenn, written by Richard Maibaum and Michael G. Wilson. If you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This movie involves horses. Oh yeah, baby. He goes to a horse track rink, James Bond does, and he has a little fun time looking at the horses race. And there's this one horse that runs pretty much all the time. And James Bond is like, what's up with that? Is that guy cheating? And it turns out that guy is cheating. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. He's putting some adrenaline pack booster things. I guess it's supposed to increase the adrenaline in the horse so the horse runs faster. But can you over-adrenaline a horse? Is that a thing? I'm sure it is. I mean, there's probably a reason why humans don't use adrenaline for everything, because I mean, it's part of your fight and flight response, but is too much adrenaline a bad thing? Let me know in the comments below. I like seeing Roger Moore a little bit older. He definitely looks like he's aged a lot within the past few movies. Oh boy, and his performance, it is probably the most distinguished I've seen him. And it's very subtle and professional, the way that he acts. And I like it. It definitely feels reminiscent of the other performances that he's done. But this one is definitely by far the most aged one. Aged alcohol. Whatever alcohol ages well and it gets better with age, that's what Roger Moore's performance is in this movie. James Bond looks into this man who keeps adrenalining his horses, and he looks into this guy, he's dealing with a big old plot. I mean, a huge plot. And before James Bond can find out more details, this guy, he's like, oh, you're an agent, you're not allowed to be here. I gotta send my men to kill you. And then he has to run away from them, and then has to go back and find out more information on this guy. But eventually it turns out that this guy wants to blow up the area next to the two faults, the San Andreas fault and another fault. I guess there's a couple of faults in that area. I've only known of the San Andreas fault, and there's also that San Andreas movie, which is, oh my god, it's not a good movie. It's just disaster porn is how I described the San Andreas movie. But this guy wants to blow up the San Andreas fault and another fault. For what particular reason? I mean, he does buy an oil rigger's family business out of them. So I'm like, maybe he has some more nefarious plans. Of course, there's the use of microchips that's happening. And I'm thinking maybe he wants to get rid of Silicon Valley. So he has a monopoly on the silicone chip making industry, I guess. I mean, Silicon Valley refers to the area where there's a bunch of technology, or at least it does now. This is the 80s. I don't know what the technology situation was like, but I'm sure it probably means there's a lot of silicone there for electronics, because you need silicone for electronics and also for other cooking stuffs too. Silicone's also good for, so I don't know if you make silicone or if it's a particular ingredient that you can only find in that area that makes silicone. Who knows? Let me know in the comments below. This guy, he has such a grudge with Silicon Valley that he wants to blow it up. And of course, it's up to James Bond to stop this. I like how in the end, there's a huge struggle for their lives. Well, the guy that Bond is going after and the guy, he's been adrenalining his horses. They have a big old fight at the very end. And I like how throughout this entire movie, they're kind of at odds with each other. There's always some circumstances which each person finds a way to escape from the clutches of the other person. More so in James Bond's case, where he has to find a way to escape. But I do like how he fights his name's Zoran, by the way. The guy who's been adrenalining his horses, his name's Zoran. He has a big old fight with James Bond, and we're in the air now, which is pretty hilarious because I like how the movie starts with horses, and I thought this movie was going to stay with horses, but this is a James Bond film where a James Bond film feels the need to change location every 20 minutes. Oh my goodness. And I watched the transitions of the scenes go, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. They're in a car, they're driving places, and I feel like there should be more of a time to sit in where we're going. There should be more sitting time within the car. I mean, all the time that there is to sit into the car is always just spent with them getting shot at. And then once they're done getting shot at, they're driving and then boom, they make it to a different place. I'm like, okay, cool, but I feel like this doesn't give me enough time to adjust mentally why I'm here, for what reason why I'm here. And you're gonna show me this information, you're gonna share it to me very quickly in a couple of lines of dialogue. Maybe this I'm just an idiot, right? Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe my attention span is too short. Maybe James Bond is too sophisticated, but I really feel like James Bond, the more and more as it goes on, it's an excuse to do different places, to go to different places in the world. I'm seeing all the stunts that are happening in this movie, including the last stunt, and I'm like, man, that's a pretty intense stunt. I can see where Tom Cruise gets the idea of Mission Impossible, because that's just now Tom Cruise having an excuse to do stunts and be an adrenaline junkie, and there's no problem in that. I'm just saying that's what you are, Tom Cruise. This is a fun movie. I would say the theme song, it's alright. It's nothing like Live and Let Die, which is the best theme song. Some people like this theme song, but I actually don't like it that much. I don't know. I feel like the first couple of theme songs of James Bond, and not only the theme songs, but also the intro credits. This one just seems a little bit less artistic than, say, Dr. No and From Russia with Love. That one was super cool. Like, those were awesome. Of course, it was simple women dancing in front of the projector, being naked and having the credits on their butts, right? This is just like a bunch of montage of like women, and then like, yeah, dancing women, colorful lights, whatever, and then like the transitions or whatever, I guess. I don't know, it's just not my favorite credit scene. It's not my favorite song. In this movie, I like the horses. I was really excited when I saw the horses, like, yeah, it's gonna be horse themed. It kind of shifts away from that, and then we got to deal with the San Andreas Fault and someone trying to explode it, and then James Bond stopping that and having to push the guy out of, well, throw some dynamite on this dude, because this guy was about to push some dynamite onto James Bond, but he switched it, and then that guy explodes, and then James Bond is good. And that's pretty much how the movie is. I really like seeing all the gadgets in James Bond movies, and especially this one. And, you know, the car chase scene is always fun. I feel like there's better car chase scenes in other James Bond movies. This one was just kind of whatever, in my opinion. Whenever I think of an iconic chase scene, I think of the one where he was in Vegas. That was awesome. What a great car chase scene. But this one, it's whatever, I guess. This movie, I don't know. I like this movie. I like how he sleeps with 4 women, and they're all so disposable, and I like it that way. What do you think of this movie, though? Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Do I get it? Do I understand? I gotta give this movie, it's a solid 6.4 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one on the platform where likes that $20 donations, patreon.com/ASEPresents, 1 movie review per 1 month. With this link, treat support the daily grindiness of all them daily movie reviews, so you can go here. And until next time, in salad saw, I'll see you later to my salad croutons and bacon bits.